Today on Cityline, it's Fashion Friday and we're looking at some luxurious leather.
It's one of those pieces that can just like instantly elevate your outfit.
Outfits that will inspire your winter wardrobe. It's going to make you feel like you are rocking out, like you're hardcore, like you're edgy, like you're sexy, right? Then Beyonce's makeup magician reveals his secrets.
So how can we pick a color that allows us to feel better about our day, better about the time that we're spending with ourselves?
And later, styling a necktie for a fresh look.
Maybe you would rock this for the nighttime.
Okay! I like her. Christian Dare has some delicious looks.
And I don't know, every time I see this, I want chicken. A little Colonel Sanders for you.
It's Cityline with Tracy Moore.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Hi. I like the boots. Thank you for coming. Have a seat. Have a seat, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's Fashion Friday today. We've got an amazing show for you, full of great style, beauty inspo, and of course, a 60-minute makeover brought to you by Sephora. We are so excited to be kicking off our 60-minute Sephora holiday makeover today. So take a look at our everyday ordinary makeup room upstairs on the second floor, being transformed into the Sephora Beauty Studio. Getting a little taste of in-store magic, redesigned by our very own, very talented Christian Dare. Incredible job done there. Now, over the next few weeks, we've got some incredible transformations to share with you, and we're kicking things off with a busy mom who's just been accepted to the Boston Marathon, and she's ready to party.
Hi, my name is Shelley. I'm 51 years old. I'm a married mother of 3, and I'm currently working in manufacturing. I wrote into Cityline because I wanted to do something for myself. I started running back in July of 2018 with our local town brewery runners. It's productive, it's for my health, it keeps me healthy, and it's a challenge. It definitely is a challenge, and I look forward to the challenges now in this stage of my life. Last October, I ran my first official marathon in Toronto, and I qualified for the Boston Marathon. And this September, I just found out I am actually going to the Boston Marathon for the first time as a new runner. So I'm very excited. The Boston Marathon for me is the accumulation of all my hard work for the last 5 years. It's been a challenge, and I've embraced it, and I've met so many great people along the way, and I'm so grateful. I was chosen, and I delivered, you know. The feeling that I want to get from the makeover is I'm still natural, but I'm polished and just able to just show my best self and, you know, walk into a room and just feel like I just belong. My makeup is less than 5 minutes. It's just concealer, chapstick, and I'm out the door. Really don't have a lot of time to do makeup, but I like to be done up, and I like to go out and have fun and look like I'm done up. But you know, usually on every day, it's just very simple. Usually when I get dressed, I'm casual. I'm a very casual person. I'm a Taurus, I'm an earth sign, so I just like to be comfortable. But when it's time to get dressed up and done up, I like that too. My hair story, I've always had long curly hair or, you know, processed hair, but once COVID hit and you couldn't go to the salon, everything was just do it myself, and I just started cutting my hair by myself. So now I want something really easy. And I've been enjoying the gray process because it's natural and, you know, no chemicals, etc. But I really would like to get something a lot more easier and friendly so that I can just wash and go. This makeover for me is what I deserve. I've worked hard, I've run hard, I've raised children, I'm still raising children, but this is for me. This is to say that I deserve this, I matter now. I've done my job, and now I get to do something else and treat myself to something, you know, new and exciting and in the next stage of my life.
Music to my ears. I love to hear women speak this way, and here she is now, Shelley. Oh my goodness! Are you feeling a little emotional?
A little emotional, for sure, yes.
Tell me what's going through your mind right now.
It brings it all back to life again. I worked for 5 years to do this, and I ran my first marathon at 50, and I qualified for Boston, so that doesn't happen.
No.
So, yeah.
Give it, yes. Oh my gosh. Can I give you a hug?
Sure.
I'm excited for you. You've got this gorgeous family, you work hard, and you still understand that you need to take some time out for yourself. Like you said, like, this is for me now. You've poured it all out.
Yes.
Now time to pour into you. How are you feeling today? Like, what are you most excited about today for this transformation?
I'm excited to have this me time again, just to sit and be pampered and just to get a new look and get a new start, a new beginning after 50.
You know what I said to Shelly? I was like, when you get upstairs with your team, you can go to sleep. Because that sounds so delicious to anyone out there that is busy pouring into all the people in your lives. You can chill, you can go to sleep. So your beauty team is ready. They're in our Sephora Beauty studio. Together with Sephora, we've crafted their signature in-store magic just for you. In as little as 30 minutes, expect a transformation that Sephora's beauty advisors are famed for. We've got Shobana Lakavalli. We've got Allison Hill. The Sephora Beauty Studio looks amazing. Well, Shobana, let's start with you. Tell us about your inspiration for Shelly.
So I'm thinking a little effortless sparkle and glam. I went a little shoppy at Sephora and I got carried away because they just have so many exclusive brands for all skin tones. And then, Tracy, there was the gifting options. I'm talking, it is the gifting hub. Sephora is the gifting hub for all your beauty needs like hair care, skin care, makeup, fragrances. And you know what? We have some options for Shelly and I to talk about.
I bet you do. Okay, so makeup handled. Let's talk hair. Allison, what's the plan?
Okay, so we know that Shelly got into Boston, and that is no small feat. So we needed to make sure that Shelly's hair was aerodynamic. So today, we're doing a big chop on Shelly.
Ooh, I'm excited about this transformation. I'm gonna give you both some time to get ready for this because it's gonna be incredible. And while you do that, we need to talk fashion, don't we, Shelly? Okay, who could be responsible for your fashion transformation? One Myles Sexton. Yes. Looking fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Looking like the stylist you are. So Shelly knows how to rock leisure wear.
Yes.
She knows how to go casual. She knows how to wear workout wear.
Totally.
The plan for today?
I mean, Shelly also has this other side that's just as vibrant as her personality, where she likes color. So I was very excited, you know, when we got to work on this a bit together, that I really want to give her something bright and bold that really just like continues her beautiful light that she has, that just shines from within, and it's going to translate in her outfit today. So, ooh,
I'm
stay
excited.
tuned.
I'm excited. Myles will not let you down, and you've got to get ready for your transformation. So, audience, all together, let's wish her off in the nicest way possible. 3, 2, 1, off you go! Have fun, Shelly! Yes. Okay, that's going to be incredible.
Oh, I can't wait.
While I've got you here,
Absolutely.
I want to talk about spicing up our leather. I am seeing it everywhere. We are so back in the 90s right now. I am not mad at it. I absolutely loved rocking leather, and I love it again. So what do we need to keep in mind when we are building our own looks?
Oh my God, I totally feel you though about the 90s because I like totally missed that as a child, so I didn't get to wear all my leather, so I'm like wearing it all now, which is so exciting.
Get it all in.
Totally,
Get
exactly,
it all in, Myles.
exactly. But I think the cool thing about leather is it's one of those pieces that can just like instantly elevate your outfit. You know, it makes a statement. It's such a beautiful texture, and there's so many cool options. So I can't wait for you to see the outfits that I have today because I hope they all just inspire you to like go out there and maybe purchase your first leather piece to add into your wardrobe. So.
It's going to make you feel like you are rocking out, like you're hardcore, like you're edgy, like you're sexy, right? So
agreed.
We've got this beautiful roundup of Luxe leather looks for the season, and we're going to start with this leather skirt on Peyton. Peyton, come on out. Let's see this gorgeous look on you. I love this. You can't go wrong with a pencil skirt.
No, agreed. We all have a pencil skirt, right, in our closet. And
absolutely.
I think we get so comfortable choosing maybe more cotton-based ones. So I really wanted to show this look by Veronica Beard, a really great women's-owned clothing brand. But I think a leather skirt is a really great way that you can kind of change up something that you're comfortable with, but you don't necessarily have to do a shorter skirt. I really love that this is like almost like lower calf length. You know, it really helps to elongate the body, but it also has these beautiful button details. So, you know, sometimes sometimes with leathers, like it's just like very sheer, like my pants, but with those buttons, it helps to add a little extra sort of details, I think, to the look. But then pairing it off. So I went with something a little softer, a really nice like turtleneck knit over here. So this sort of helps to balance it. And then to help to accessorize, I really wanted to continue the elongation. So I went with this sort of like Aldo cowboy boot that kind of just blends into the skirt and keeps it really nice and sleek and chic. And then we had to do a little mixing of leather with the bag. So it's more of like a croc kind of faux leather bag. So I'll get you to turn a little bit so we can see it.
Thanks,
so
Peyton.
mixing and matching leathers too are really great. You don't have to stick with just like the kind of smooth texture. You can add in a little bit of extra texture with your accessories too.
I love this. I love the idea of going with a sleeker, heavier, edgier, beautiful skirt with a nice sleeveless.
Totally.
I think that's a beautiful combo, and you're rocking it beautifully, Peyton. Thank you so much. Very nice. Okay, next up, Connie in a leather trench. It's never gonna go out of style. Oh,
right?
Yes. And then belted.
Giving her that gorgeous waist.
Yes.
Now, I feel like if we're intimidated by leather, a jacket is a really great way to go because you're not like committed to wearing it the whole day, whether you're going to work or you're going out to an event. So, you can just show up, give that little statement, and then, reveal the outfit underneath. So a leather jacket is a really cool way to introduce leather, I think, into your closet. But I actually went in from a Canadian brand called Hilary Macmillan, which is really, she's definitely like, I feel like ahead of her time when it comes to using vegan leather or leather alternatives that are super high quality, that are going to last a lifetime. But she's also an inclusive brand that goes up like past like 2XL. So very great range of products. But what I love about the trench too is that we get this really great pop of color too. So you can play with colors a lot more when you're mixing with leathers or vegan leathers because there's just a lot more options to them. And I love that, again, mixing the sort of like the hardness of the leather with that softness of the faux fur that's on there too.
It's beautiful and the color's beautiful. Like, just who wants a glass of wine?
Totally, agree.
It's very Merlot.
Right, agreed. Now, one more tip when we're doing a trench, though, I really do love is adding a little bit of elevation in the boot. So because sometimes trenches, they can kind of like consume our bodies, right? So by adding a little bit of a heel or something with a bit of a platform with the trench is really going to help to continue that elongation and not allow you to get all swallowed up by the jacket as well. And same with like cinching the waist or adding the button. So
you should wear the jacket shouldn't wear you.
Yes.
And this is, you were definitely wearing the jacket, Connie, looking very beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Love that look. Ooh. Michaela is up next. We're going to talk about balancing leather with other textures. Oh, and she's doing it so beautifully. Gorgeous.
So Michaela's wearing this really cool brand, right? This is a gender-neutral brand, so for everyone can kind of wear it. It's a Canadian designer called House of Duer. And I really love what this is just about adding a little leather details. So maybe it's a little leather collar that we're adding into the look, or it's a leather skirt, or we have these great Aldo leather boots. Like adding in those little kind of slight details into the look, but making sure that you're pairing it with these like sort of softer or matte sort of textures. So with the underneath of the vest, that satin little sheer, it's gonna help to balance it again, because I think sometimes leather can be a lot, it's very dominant, right? When we're styling it. So making sure that you're pairing it down with softer kind of textures, it'll help to ground it and really create this really chic look.
Well, doing this, like the softness with this kind of hardcoreness, but then it's also frilly and cute. And the boot!
Oh, so good.
So amazing. I try and shove my calves into those. Michaela, thank you so much. Lovely. Yes, watch those boots walk away. Okay, talk to me head to toe about this look, Myles.
So accessories sometimes can be a really great way that we can just add little subtle touches of leather into our look too. So a really cute leather beret, maybe this is by a Canadian brand called Uncuffed Leather, sorry.
So good.
So super cute, little touch, maybe that's just that little touch of leather that you're adding. Or I also did this really cute, it's a tank top that I had from the summer, that's a star. So I just layered it over my dress shirt as like kind of a way to add a little leather texture into the look. Or if you really want to go full blown, a wide leg leather pant, super fun, are really great ways. Just to kind of, again, other ways that we can kind of like incorporate a little bit of leather into our style.
I'm tiptoeing closer and closer to doing the dress shirt under the corset situation.
Oh my God,
because it is a beautiful way to use these pieces when it starts to get a little chilly out. It is Canada,
it's really
right?
Warm. You don't feel the wind through it.
Absolutely. Beautiful looks. Myles, thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having me.
So good. All right, we're going to take a peek at the magic unfolding with our beauty experts, Allison and Shobana, as they work their makeover mastery on Shelly in our exclusive Sephora beauty studio. You got to stay tuned for the dramatic transformation and the grand reveal later in today's show. Right now, we're headed to break. Lots more Cityline coming up. Stay with us. Coming up, makeup artist, activist, and influencer Sir John joins us.
People to think about beauty is a feeling. So I don't care so much about what they see. I care about what they see, but I care more about how they feel.
I'm excited about this one. Joining us now is a legend whose brush strokes are behind the iconic looks of Beyonce, Naomi Campbell, and Zendaya. A man who doesn't just apply makeup, he invokes beauty as a feeling. He is the trailblazer of inclusivity in the beauty industry, transforming faces into powerful statements of individuality. Please welcome the esteemed and so sweet and ever innovative beauty maestro, Sir John!
Oh, no, love it.
Other side.
Hey,
nice.
How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm so well. Have a seat. Have a seat. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you, love.
You've had such an extraordinary journey.
It's been colorful.
It's been colorful. You call Charlotte Tilbury somebody we've met and had in studio, your fairy godmother.
Yes. Yes.
So you have a beautiful relationship with her. How have all of the experiences sort of shaped your approach to makeup artistry?
I learned from the women. You know, Charlotte's my old boss. She introduced me to Beyonce in 2010 at Tom Ford's first women's wear show. I just feel like, you know, beauty is a feeling. It's something that we can feel. It's not always what you see. How does it show up for you? So I'm just basically a vehicle. Beauty is a vehicle to express our creativity and also where we want to go. Yeah.
So how do you go from meeting Beyonce in 2010 to becoming her artist?
It's one of those things where we did a few tours, a few albums, a few covers, and just kept working, kept rocking and rolling. She sort of plucked me from fashion, and I've been working with her ever since, yeah.
You said something so interesting on Instagram, and you were talking about how you should never underestimate the value of being pleasant.
Yes, nice.
So
nice.
I understand why people would want to work with you without even seeing your skill. Like people want to be around your energy. When did you learn that lesson? Because there are so many people that are, you know, they're high functioning and high performing, but they're not lovely.
Yeah, listen, so many people do really great hair.
They're not lovely.
So many people do great hair, do great makeup, but they're not a pleasure to be around. You want to be a destination of energy, you know? So it's kind of our inside job to make sure that we're like a safe space for talent, a safe space for environments, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like to see people who are doing it and doing it with integrity. So for me, it's always something that I'm going to ask about. Now let's talk about Beyonce. So working with Beyonce has really set a new bar in the industry. Tell us about the creative process behind crafting these iconic looks for a global superstar. Like, is there anything in you that's intimidated by this whole situation?
No, not at all. You know,
not at all.
Every time you get a phone call, we're invited back. So you're not guaranteed a job. You know, we're invited back unless you're in contract or something like that. So what can I add to a project? You know, how much can I research or reference? Find references from art or things in history that will bring something, an extra spark to an already beautiful, magical place.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I said this in the intro, but inclusivity is really your thing, and like sort of pulling out the person's individuality, because every person is different and everyone adds something different to the process. Sure. So how do you tailor your creative process to make sure that you're seeing that person, seeing who that person is?
I love that. Listen, if we were waiting for the beauty industry or the fashion industry to be more inclusive, we would still be waiting, you know? So I know it's my job, it's my duty, and it's right. I take, you know, with such pride to make sure that everyone sees himself in everything that we do. And everyone is invited to the party. So how can we create an atmosphere that's more inclusive? Not so much a profile, but an atmosphere, an overall vibe that seems more inclusive and it tells more stories. We need more storytelling.
Are there things that you have been intentional about as you move towards trying to make things more inclusive?
Intentional about, making sure that the casting is more diverse, making sure that we, you know, foundations, I'm actually designing makeup for a brand called Kaylee in Paris. And just making sure from the inception point, everyone knows that they're on our radar.
Beautiful.
It's really key.
So we wanted, I mean, we have you in studio.
Yes,
We
yes,
thought
yes.
we need to get Sir John to work a little bit, right?
Okay, I think so.
So you're going to show us two major trends now. Are we excited to see Sir John do some makeup? Yeah. Okay. We're going to cut on over this way.
Okay. Are you going to play with me? Are you going to have some fun with me?
You know what? I'm going to watch you do your amazing work. Where
Love
are we
it.
going to start? Over here?
We can start here. So what I'm going to do on my beautiful model, Felicia, is I'm going to use...
Felicia.
We're bringing a little bit of disco into the daytime. And so I'm going to
Okay.
do a glitter liner. Close your eyes for me, love. And so this is a small way to add a little bit of a pop to an otherwise mundane makeup routine.
Oh, I like that. Is there like a name for this? Because we're in our notes, it says the lifted expressive eyeliner.
So it's almost like emeralds on the eyes. So it's like a small intellectual way to bring in a little bit of color, but it's not inundated with product. So you want to make sure that if she doesn't really embrace color with open arms, she can still have a little fun. So that's why I say bring in a little disco into the daytime.
Okay, very beautiful. Just one more time, close that eye, and we're gonna get a beautiful shot of that. Look at that color, everyone. Isn't that gorgeous?
And it kind of sparkles in the light.
Very nice.
You can be 8 or 88. You can be from Harlem or Hong Kong. You can wear something like that.
There is no age limit on glitter, okay?
Or
you can
beauty.
have some fun with glitter and beauty. Are we moving on?
We are moving on. We are moving on. Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
we have our next model here, and the look is all about the dopamine glam lip blushing technique. We've been talking about dopamine dressing on the show. We've been talking a little bit about dopamine makeup, not that much about dopamine lips.
Dopamine glam is something that makes us feel connected to ourselves. It makes us feel like it makes us feel like it moves the needle for ourselves emotionally. So how can we pick a color that doesn't have to necessarily be trendy, that allows us to feel better about our day, better about the time that we're spending with ourselves? I think that's the goal.
I think it's nice when you can have some fun and play. My goodness, that looks amazing on you. When you can have some fun with different colors and sort of get outside of your box a little bit when it comes to your makeup.
Absolutely, have an unorthodox view of what makeup can look like. So if you're, everyone used to wearing reds or things like that, or a brown liner, black liner, try an aubergine, try a purple, try a plum. And also, like we use on our model here, try an emerald. So I want people to just feel like they don't have to be prescriptive when it comes to beauty.
Okay, so the eye's looking stunning. I don't know how you blend that easily and that quickly to get that effect. It's incredible.
It's almost like a liquid gel, a gel glitter. So it's easier. There's so many technological changes in makeup right now. So this is going to stay anchored to her eyes all day, almost like 24 hours, if you will. But we want you to wash your face tonight, though. We do, we do.
You got to take it all off so you can reapply. Can we talk a little bit about the lip?
So yeah, we have a red lip on Pilar, and so this is almost like a nice way to have a forever reoccurring beauty staple. It's holidays, so we want to bring back things that are classic, tried and true. So if you're trying something new, then try to bring back something old, something classic.
I love that.
So it doesn't matter what age you are, this adds a little bit of punctuation to an otherwise mundane makeup routine.
It's beautiful. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but right before the show, I pulled Sir John for his amazing energy and chatted with him in my dressing room, and we were talking a little bit about legacy.
Yes.
I love to talk to people about legacy because legacy is all the little incremental steps you're taking in your life now so that when you look back, you are leaving what you want to leave behind.
Yes, yes.
When you think about legacy, Sir John, what do you want people to think about when they think of your name?
I want people to think about beauty as a feeling. So I don't care so much about what they see. I care about what they see, but I care more about how they feel, how emotionally charged they are when they enter a room, how confident they can be. And it doesn't have to necessarily be as transactional as putting on a lipstick, but how does it change your sense of self? So that's the goal, and hopefully that leaves a stain on someone's brain.
I love that. It's very aligned with what we do here at Cityline. We say all the time, because we are the makeover show in Canada.
Yes.
We started doing it. We were here before the specialty channels. We take amazing pride in it. And it's not just the lipstick.
Absolutely right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's coming in knowing you're a tired mom of 3 and getting that makeover and feeling like you have a piece of yourself back. Or you've met a new piece of yourself you didn't think existed anymore.
Or reveal and uncover. So don't use makeup to cover up or conceal. How can we reveal pieces of ourselves? How can you actually make your anniversary who you are yesterday with something new?
Give it up for Sir John, everyone. Amazing to meet you. Thank you to our models. We're headed to break. More coming up. Stay with us. Coming up, ties aren't just for the guys. It's playful, but it's elegant and sophisticated. It's all the things. Welcome back, everyone. The humble necktie is making a comeback. So if you're looking to make a preppy statement, it might be the accessory you need. Here with very chic ways to style your tie is Christian Dare, everyone. Christian, we all know that now ties are not just for guys.
Yeah, I feel like ties were never really just for guys. I know we were told that, but like if you think back, I don't know. I'm someone who grew up in the 80s.
Yes. It was a good time.
It was a good time. Diane Keaton was constantly rocking a tie and a suit, right? I think it's always been sort of a women's wear staple to borrow from menswear, even borrow from your man's closet. And it's a great way to do it. So we're going to start off with sort of the classic way to do this.
Let's go traditional. I like what you got going on here.
Yeah, so what I love about this one, it's a three-piece suit, so very classic. I picked it up at Winter, so it was very affordable. And what I love is you do sort of the classic tie, and I would even do the full vest. And you actually could even, I'll lose this guy for you for a second.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da. You could pair it just with the vest, because vests are very much on trend these days.
Yeah.
So using that classic tie, this is a look that went down a lot of the runway, so it's become very popular, and it's a great way to do that. Now, this might be great for daytime. What I would say to update it, pair it with a pair of Chucks.
Absolutely.
So a classic sneaker is a really nice way to update that suit look. It feels fresh, it feels modern. It feels like you're being more playful, right? Which is kind of nice.
Yes.
And messing with that sort of gender norms.
Really good juxtaposition because you want to have a little bit of fun with all that suiting.
Yeah,
right?
you have to have that fun. That's too serious.
Yes.
But now if you want to have lots of fun, I know you might rock this for the daytime, Trace.
Okay.
But maybe you would rock this for the nighttime.
Okay. I like her.
So, right? I like her too. I mean,
she's fun.
I almost wore this outfit, but then I saw what Miles was wearing, so I'm glad we didn't match today. But what I love is the return of the bustiers. We're seeing them everywhere. I don't know if it's because Madonna's back on tour, but this very much feels like a Blonde Ambition tour moment, that bustier. And throwing in the tie, I think, messes even more with the gender norms. It's this sort of like, I'm business, but I'm a party all at once, and I'm staying warm because I have long sleeves on. So it's that great mix and match. The only thing I'd say is it's probably not the moment to rock a pair of Chucks.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're Avril Lavigne.
Right.
But otherwise, I would do sort of a classic stiletto because it cleans up that look. It makes it really nice and classy.
This is so good. It's the
so
juxtaposition. Is she business? Is she party?
Right?
Like, what is she?
And literally, you could do it in
perfect.
so many different ways. And I picked it up at Marshall's, so great price.
Oh, I love that so much. Okay, can we talk about the bow tie?
The bow tie.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of women have been rocking sort of the skinny tie for men, but maybe not the bow tie. I say the bow tie is having a moment.
Okay.
But I will say, get a proper bow tie, Trace.
And then we have to learn how to tie it.
You have to learn how to tie it. That's a whole different segment, which I'm not doing right now. But a classic bow tie, it is quite difficult. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. But it gives this sort of uneven sort of finish, so you can tell it's hand done, which is kind of really, really nice. So this would be sort of a classic menswear version. But one of the new ways to update it is to style it already undone.
She had a good night.
I would even undo a few buttons, so she's having a good time.
It was a good party. Her lipstick is smudged.
And this is why you need the classic tie, Trace, because if you had the pre-tied one, I don't know what you're doing here. It's just not going to work. You can't loosen it up, which is great. And then if you wanted to update it, a lot of us are being inspired these days by Jenna Lyons. So I would keep that, but let's add it with a worn-in jean.
Love it.
So a great jean, keep your stiletto so it still looks classy, but it could easily be a daytime look. And it's that mixing of casual with form, which is great.
So good. I will never get over that. I will never get tired of that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Now, if you want one more bow tie that's making a comeback, and I don't know, every time I see this, I want chicken. A little Colonel Sanders for you.
Oh, Colonel Sanders!
That's kind of the fun of it. Like, I think fashion should be fun. So, for instance, you look like the Colonel, I'm like, I'll take it, thank you. He's a millionaire. So, great way. Doing it with your sort of like tuxedo shirt, which keeps it classy, and it's an easy way. And this one comes pre-tied, Trace, so you don't need to learn.
Okay. But does it come with a bucket of chicken?
It could. If you were coming to my house, it would.
Okay, let's talk about the shortened tie.
So yeah, the shortened tie, I'm all about changing up the tie, which is really fun as a stylist. So the short tie has made sort of a comeback these days. It's funny, I remember rocking one of these back in the 80s. But the trick, Trace, it's really just a regular tie. And you tuck it in.
Oh, okay, because it does look like a thicker knot.
It looks thicker because literally, normally in a tie, you'd be tying the knot here during the thin section of a tie. Of course, I'm showing you a black tie and a black shirt, so you can't see. But the thinner part, but because you're tying it down here, you get the more fabric.
Got it.
So it looks like a bigger knot.
Yeah.
And then I showed you about scarf pins the other week.
Oh,
you
they're
can
back.
add a little pin into it to dress it up. So you get this little pearl moment, really easy. And you're just gonna tuck the long tail into your shirt.
Smart.
So then you don't see it, you don't have to worry about it. It's a trick I've been doing for years. I paired it with a jean, a great little flat, a little Ella handbag, so you're doing your errands during the day.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to dress it up, Trace, you could go with a glitzy tie.
Black on black.
Black
I love
on black.
It.
So this is actually a sequin tie I got online at Amazon, really affordable.
Nice.
You don't need to do the full tie. You can just do a knot because you'll get that same look. Of course, I wouldn't pair it with these together. You know this, although I love that look. Do it with a little short, a great little sneaker or something, and you're kind of ready for the day.
That is stunning. I love that look. It's like, it's playful, but it's elegant and sophisticated. It's all the things. Okay, now we've got another piece that folks are wearing. It's not a tie.
I don't even know what we're calling it, to be honest.
What are we calling it?
I've seen it on the runways. It's like a flower with a tie, with I'm not sure what, but it was on all the runways. So this looks like an easy trick, but it's actually, because I wouldn't do 2 belts, it's literally like one of these guys.
Yeah.
And a hair clip.
Okay.
So you're gonna bow it, add on your, oh, it's beautiful on me. And you get this great look. And of course, because it's me, you know, I wouldn't do white, because you know how I am. I would do print on print on print.
And can you do it like just down there? Yes,
yeah,
perfect.
Print on print on print.
I love that.
So it's really fun, and it's great. And it's literally just a hair accessory. And it could be your belt or one of those sort of like silk ties you can buy.
That matching set is giving life. I love that. That is so good. But all of the ties all the time. Christian, you're not only great at being a fashion stylist, you are the stylist for us. You designed the gorgeous new Sephora beauty studio. You did an incredible job. I barely recognized that room. Talk to me a little bit about that process.
It was actually really exciting. I don't have a beauty room at home. I think I want one now. It was fun to collaborate with them. I love that stripe. It just looks so great. And I think it's gonna be so good for the beauty makeovers.
Oh my gosh, I love it in there. How do I get that in my house?
I'll be right over.
All right. So we're checking in on the team right now. Look at Shelly getting all zhuzhed up. So they've been working away on our makeover candidate, Shelly. It looks like they're really getting things done up there. They are moving quickly. We are so excited to see the big reveal that is happening at the very end of today's show. So make sure to stay tuned for that. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back, everyone. Stay with us. Coming up, makeup mishaps. We all have them, but how do you fix them?
You're like, I'll add more on this side, and then you end up looking just like a crazy panda.
Welcome back, everyone. Makeup mishaps, we've all been there, but we've got some easy fixes for you because we've got Grace Lee in the house, and she knows what's up. Okay, when we're makeup mistakes, pretty often, we're all trying to fly out the door, right?
For sure.
Yeah, so they happen all the time, and there are many common ones, but we're gonna show you 3 of the most common ones, and we're starting with the eyes. So let's talk about the mistake, and then let's talk about how to fix it.
Okay, so I feel like we've all been there, I mean, myself included, where I think I'm gonna do this really beautiful kitten eye, and then I end up looking like a panda.
Yes.
So
because you start with the line, and then it's got to go thicker,
exactly,
and then thicker,
and then you have to do the symmetry, and then you're like, I'll add more on this side, and then you end up looking just like a crazy panda.
Yes.
So I don't recommend using eye makeup remover because sometimes if you've had your concealer and foundation on, you're gonna remove all that good work.
Right.
So what I like to do is, you know, pointed Q-tips are your best friend.
Okay.
You can dip it in a bit of your eye cream or even a lotion, and you
tell me your model's name again.
Oh, her name is Grace. What
Grace.
a lovely name.
Grace and Grace. Love that name. Okay, so you're not gonna use makeup remover, you said. Is that what you said?
Not gonna use makeup remover.
We're not using makeup remover.
And I'm using eye cream because it's more hydrating. It's not gonna remove all the layers that you put on underneath.
Yeah.
And then you can just easily just wipe it away. You can also dip it in like a clean brush as well. And it just makes it a lot easier to clean up.
I'm just turning Grace just a little bit this way, Grace, so that we can see. Beautiful. Okay, so it's gonna clean it up.
Clean up your edges. It's also great for fixing up and creating like a really crisp line.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
And then mascara, I tend to find that I always get mascara on my lids, and sometimes the biggest mistake is removing it too quickly.
So this is not on purpose, you're saying?
No.
Okay.
So if you actually let it dry down, it will just flake off. Like it will just come off because it flakes off like that. But if you do it right away, like that, and you try to remove it, it's just gonna be a smudgy mess. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So always wait for it to dry. You can, you know, go back to doing something else and then go back to it. It will literally wipe off.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so give it a second. Don't try and move it around when it's wet.
Exactly.
Next common mistake we're talking about is blush. We've got our model Chloe here. What about if you use too much blush? You're putting it on and you go a little wild. How do you take it off?
Yeah, and sometimes her lighting is not great either.
Yes.
Like Chloe looked like she did her blush in the dark, but that's okay.
It happens.
And what I would recommend is sticking with the same emolliencies. So like on one side on Chloe, I did a cream blush. So I like to create like a veil. So I'm not gonna take it off. What I'm gonna do is use a big fluffy brush and apply my foundation just on top. So it creates a really beautiful veil opposed to trying to take off all those layers. And it will really help diffuse it.
Yes.
And I love doing this as like a professional makeup artist because it looks like the blush is coming through the skin.
That's right, that looks beautiful.
See, way less diffused.
So that side was the cream side, and this side is the powder
So
side.
I always say stick powder to powder, cream to cream.
Yes.
And then this one, usually it's like you've applied too much bronzer or blush. And so again, use your translucent powder and just apply on top. And it'll, again, really diffuse that color.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's coming through the skin.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's way easier than trying to take it off. You're not going to take it off, so put something over it.
Exactly.
Okay, finally, let's go over to Jen now, our last model. We want to talk about concealer. What about if we went ham on our face with a concealer?
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. So
now what?
I recommend is using like a thermal water spray or even your setting spray. And I would douse your brush and literally I would just kind of like really pat the brush over on top and it will kind of diffuse it out.
Oh, nice.
And it'll also seamlessly kind of blend it into your foundation that's underneath.
Beautiful.
But it'll move it without taking it off.
Yeah, once again, you're not rubbing it off.
No,
you're covering
you
it
don't
up.
want to rub it off.
Yeah, beautiful tips.
Yes.
I love that. And I had never heard these tips before.
Oh,
so
good.
15 years,
Yay.
never heard them, so thank you. Good for you, Grace. Want to look good and smell even better? Lise Wattier's signature fragrance, Neige Eau de Parfum Spray, has notes of hyacinth, lily of the valley, magnolia, and orange blossoms. Perfect for a romantic Canadian winter. It's valued at over $100. You're all taking one home. Gracie Grace, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Let's go to break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Coming up, 60 minutes are just about up, so it's time for the big reveal. Shelly, come on out! Let's see! We are back with our 60 Minutes Sephora Holiday Makeover. Earlier in the show, we introduced you to Shelly. She is an amazing person. She's a mom of 3. She's a marathon runner. She's looking to jazz up her holiday look. So here's what Shelly looked like before, when we first met her. Okay, are we ready to see Shelly now? Shelly, come on out! Let's see! Have you seen the whole look head to toe?
No, I haven't. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Could you please stare at yourself endlessly? I mean, how are you feeling right now?
Wow, I feel like $1 million bucks.
Wow, you look like $1 million. Even the way you came around, the way you stood, I was like, oh, Shelly's feeling it. She is feeling it. You look phenomenal. Oh my goodness. The team, they worked fast and they worked well. Let's bring in Shobana, Allison, Miles. My goodness. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Okay. Okay, stand right here so we can get you right in your light, and let's talk about this makeup.
Absolutely. So she made it easy for me. She's
beautiful,
into skincare, on point.
Yes.
And we used all Sephora exclusive brands. Nice. Right? And did you know that you can actually treat yourself or someone else to these in-store makeup and skincare sessions at Sephora?
Ooh.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into her look. We really wanted to focus on her eyes. She wanted to be effortless, but done up. So I used this Makeup by Mario Dreams palette. It's limited edition.
Nice.
It's absolutely gorgeous because he has an eye for color for all skin tones.
Yeah.
You'll notice that there's some really beautiful mattes. They're called suede mattes. There's some natural metallics and some really shimmery glosses that just give her a very easy look because that's what she wanted. So everything you need for the holidays. And remember, it's limited edition as well.
Good.
Okay. So now let's talk about her skin.
Yes.
She did most of the work. We elevated it a little bit with Riri, you know, Fenty.
Yes.
So we used this gorgeous Fenty cream blush.
I love that blush.
It's gorgeous. It works so well because it just melts into your skin. It's like butter. And there's also a huge range of colors that gives any complexion that like really youthful, beautiful glow. It's also water resistant. It's sweat resistant. So if anyone's planning to go to the gym on Jan 1st,
yes,
you can be cute doing it, you know? And lastly, the mascara.
Yes.
She knows what she wants.
Okay.
I read it all, and she said no falsies. Absolutely no falsies.
She didn't want the falsies.
She didn't want the falsies.
No problem.
But you know what? We used a great mascara by Tarte. It's called the Light Camera Lashes. And what's neat about it is that it's multi-benefit. So it gives you the volume, the length, the curl, the lift. It has some really dark pigment that defines your eyes. And it's all about the wand, because the wand is called a 360-degree Magna Lash wand.
Okay.
That gives you that intense lift.
Yeah.
It has short bristles for curl and volume, and then it has long bristles that also give you that curl and that volume. So the products that we used were really important to give her that effortless look, because she only spends less than 5 minutes. So I think maybe we just added another 5.
Listen, it is doing the work.
Right?
Okay, let's talk about this hair. Allison, I almost hit the floor.
Right?
Okay, jaw dropped, had to pick it back up. Talk to me about this cut.
Okay, so when it comes to fitness and natural hair, we know it can be a really big challenge.
Yes.
And when she mentioned that she was going to be running in Boston, I said, we have to cut down on that time.
Yes.
Okay, we don't want the hair getting caught in the wind, okay?
That's right.
So we gave her an aerodynamic haircut.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, and we use the Briogeo Curl Charisma Cream to make sure that the curls popped, that they remain soft, and it's going to be easy for her. This cut is going to fit her lifestyle.
Beautiful. And Myles, last but not least, this gorgeous look.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You know, I just really had to celebrate with this gorgeous kind of like turquoise cerulean, you know, color on her. It just pops. I think it just makes you look even more radiant because you have just such a beautiful, radiant personality. And I love with velvet too that it just gives like that little shimmer, you know, to the look. We added some little touches of sparkle into the look as well, just to, you know, kind of play up that holiday, because, you know, I feel like this is such an elevated kind of look that you could wear to so many different occasions, whether, you know, you had a party or maybe you have something, you know, like even if it's like a little business you have to do, you're going to show up and you're going to look so confident and gorgeous.
Absolutely stunning from head to toe, even the glasses. Shelley, you look amazing. Thank you to our style team, Shobana, Allison, and Myles, and thank you to Sephora for making it easier than ever to give something beautiful to everyone on your list this holiday season. You got to tune in every Friday to see our holiday looks and must-have products for the holiday season. By the way, you can buy everything we used in today's makeover by scanning the QR code on your screen. Everything available exclusively at Sephora. Let's go to break. We'll be right back. We got a drool. Oh my gosh. Like, for me, it's like the blue. Everyone, we've made it to the end of the show. It is the end of the week as well. A big thank you to all of our viewers that hang out with us every day here on Cityline. Our incredible experts, did they not do an amazing job today? Oh my goodness. Thank you for joining us. We love you, and our viewers at home, have a great